Alright, so boom, turn me up, don't turn me down. We back at it with another video today. We got JxmyHighroller. It's been a wild month in the NBA. Hey, as always, link in the description to the original video. Y'all want to check it out without my reaction. And let's get it.
Steph Curry laboring. Right
Make sure y'all like up the videos, bro. If you want me to react to more JxmyHighrollers videos. See in the chat, want me to check it out.
Who predicted
Nikola Jokic with a D3. Yo, Nikola.
appreciate being tripped? And then Clay has something to say.
Yeah, talk up. Talk up. Clay.
Durant into the paint. Durant rises up. Durant.
Talk up.
Kevin Durant again.
Shouting and yelling at the Kings bench. This is holding up the game.
Did you use the same thumbnail post for the last NFL games? Yeah, I think I did.
Bang, bang, bang.
Vucevic.
Time to move him, start fresh, send him somewhere where he can start fresh.
Dang, LaMelo, that's disrespectful.
On young LaMelo Ball.
Almost hit, the ball almost deflected off of
We are
Brunson
now
head to
1 month
LaMelo
into
head.
the NBA season, and things are already out of control.
Hey, bruh.
We are now 1 month into the NBA season.
Y'all seen that? Why is it going so... Yo, Jimmy, hold on.
NBA season.
Bro, this is crazy. I'm sorry.
And things are already
I'm
out of
sorry.
control.
Putting his hands
The
on his
NBA
mouth
is
like
back,
that is insane.
and it's better than ever.
Am I tripping, chat, or is that
Today's
insane?
video is sponsored by DraftKings. The NBA season is just getting started, and DraftKings is
Make
ready
sure
to
y'all
give you
use
reactions
this
with an all-new
code for
offer. Right now on
DraftKings.
DraftKings, new customers who bet just $5 will receive $200 in bonus bets. With 1 month of NBA games in the books, would it be too early for me to jump to some wildly bold conclusions on a season that just started? Absolutely. Is that gonna stop me from making some wildly bold conclusions on a season that just started? No, of course not. So here is everything that happened in month 1 of the NBA in about 10 minutes. The NBA MVP race is as deep and difficult as it's ever been. With 4 players right now playing out of their minds, we have reached the point where averaging a near 35-point triple.
Chat, everybody comment down below.
More
Alright, out of these 6 right here, comment down below. If you had to pick, Twitch chat and YouTube chat, if you had to pick, if the season ended right now, who is your MVP? If you had to pick. Comment down below right now. Everybody spam up in the chat and in YouTube comments. If I had to pick, my pick is Luka. Luka playing unbelievable. I barely seen Luka have a bad game yet. As long as he stay healthy, it's Luka. What did I come into? Naria, we talking about basketball. You said react to my album. Low-key JSN. Yo, y'all glazing.
than likely not deem you the most valuable player in the league. Instead, you may just need the greatest individual season in the history of basketball to be in the running. And even then, nothing is guaranteed. If there was ever a time to have a co-MVP in the NBA, right about now seems appropriate. That's of course if injuries don't get in the way. After rolling out their new 65-game minimum rule a few seasons ago, the NBA was hopeful that players around the league, specifically the stars, would be motivated to play more games and load management around the league would slow down a bit. Their plan has not worked. As of right now, there are 123 players either ruled out or day-to-day across.
And the season just started and already all of these players are already out or injured or day-to-day. You see, the NBA got to figure out something. But I mean, it's not just the NBA, it's the NFL too, you know?
The NBA. That's over a quarter of the league's sideline after just 1 month of basketball. Turns out more rest might not be such a bad thing. And although staying healthy has proven to be difficult this season, scoring the ball has never been easier. So far this season, teams have scored at least 130 points, 75 times. Just a decade ago, teams crossed the 130-point threshold only 36 times over the course of the
That's the thing about the NBA. Niggas don't really play defense for real. That's why it be blowing me when I be reacting to like the Lakers and they going against somebody and you see somebody wide open for like the bat plays. Like this ain't just one thing. It's like they just lazy. They don't want to play defense for real.
Entire season.
Watching
the Pelicans drop
like,
143 points in a single outing was a bit of a wake-up call, but at the rate the league is going, we should see our first 200-point game by about tomorrow. In other news, the fate of the entire NBA rests in the hands of a 36-year-old on the Clippers. Thanks to the Paul George trade that happened over 6 years ago, the Thunder own the Clippers' unprotected first-round pick, a potential lottery pick,
Yo, the Clippers got to be the most dumbest franchise ever. You gave OKC, a team who just won the NBA championship. Obviously, they couldn't predict that the Oklahoma City Thunder was going to be good. But y'all gave them all of them picks, bruh. Y'all niggas crazy.
In the 2026 draft, the worse the Clippers do,
Like, I think
the
if the
more
season
devastating
ended,
the pick becomes.
no joke. I think if the season ended right now, OKC would have like a top 10 pick in the draft. Just for them to just keep getting better. This is ridiculous.
The only thing stopping the Thunder from getting the pick of the litter in a draft advertised as the best class in years and swallowing the NBA whole in their reign of terror is a geriatric James Harden's ability to carry a piss-poor Clippers team. If giving up a future MVP and sparking a potential dynasty wasn't bad enough, being the sole cause of Warriors 2.0 is the icing on the cake. And in the most twisted way imaginable, James Harden
What did you just say to me?
2.0 is the potential dynasty wasn't bad enough. Being the sole cause of Warriors 2.0 is the icing on the cake. And
Warriors 2.0, there will never be another Golden State Warriors. There will only be one Golden State Warrior, and that's my Golden State Warriors. Nobody will ever be us. Ever. Not even OKC. Nobody will ever be on the level of my Golden State Warriors. Ever.
Twisted way imaginable, James Harden is the villain who lived long enough to become the hero. Now, one of the more fun and exciting developments so far this season are the Detroit Pistons, who have won as many games through their first 16 matchups this season as they did in the entire season just 2 years ago. One of the most absurd turnarounds the NBA has ever seen, propelled by circa 2000 Kobe and Shaq. Just 2 seasons ago, the Pistons were a Cade Cunningham injury away from being the worst team ever. Fast forward to today, and Detroit has gotten out to the best start in the organization's history, and they are now real contenders to win the East and fight for a title this year. A sentence I never thought would.
The Pistons is competing, but it's just something about Detroit teams that I don't trust. We see how we thought the Lions was going to do something to go to the Super Bowl. My 49ers stopped that. It's just, I feel like Detroit is just so bad luck when it comes to sports teams. The Detroit Pistons, they might be good in the regular season, but only the regular season. I can see them winning in the first round, potentially the second round, but after that, nah, I don't think the Pistons is going to be competing for a championship. I think as soon as they go into the playoffs, they're going to freeze up.
Come out of my mouth.
That's
Meanwhile, on the other end of the spectrum, the Indiana Pacers are, not doing very good.
Damn!
A team that was 3/4 away
Wait!
from their first are, not.
Who was the Pacers 2 wins against? Who did they get their 2 wins against, y'all? Comment down below.
Not doing very good. A team that was 3/4 away from their first NBA championship just a few months ago have mustered a grand total of 3 wins this season as quite possibly the worst team in the league. Oddly enough, there's hardly been any changes between this year's team and the team that made it to the finals just 5 months ago. They have dealt with some injuries, but the Pacers have one of the highest roster continuities in the NBA outside of the departure of Miles Turner and the absence of Tyrese Halliburton. And it's at this moment that I would like to remind everyone that Halliburton was voted as the most overrated player in the NBA last season. The same guy who is apparently the difference between the Pacers being a finals team and
Dylan Brooks, I can see why y'all say he's overrated. How is Giannis overrated? Why is Giannis on this? How is Giannis overrated? Embiid's not overrated. Randall's not overrated. John Morant just can't stay healthy. Draymond Green, no. He won how many defense player of the years? Draymond, obviously, he good. Bill, no. Butler, no. Young, no. Rudy, Tyrese, hell no.
the Pacers being the worst team in the NBA. Just something to think about. After 21 seasons in the league, Chris Paul announced he will be retiring after this season. A sad day for the basketball world, and an announcement that came eerily soon after Shai Gilgeous-Alexander invited him over for dinner and brought out his MVP trophy to put on display in the middle of their spread.
Okay, guys, that's insane. Bro, what? Whose idea was this?
Thank you for 21 fantastic seasons of hoops. Now look at this trophy you never got. After a quarter of the season, we have now seen a decent sample size of how the Denver-Brooklyn trade has turned out. And it looks like
Chris Paul as really about to retire ringless.
The play-ins here, Porter Jr. has found a home with the Nets where he can truly let it fly whenever he wants. He's averaging career numbers across the board, and many fans have came to the conclusion that the Nets won this trade, in which case, I guess the Nuggets will just have to settle for the third best record in the league as legitimate title contenders. Out in Dallas, Nico Harrison was fired just 8 months after
Man,
the event
fuck
that
Nico!
shall not be mentioned. And as bad as the immediate aftermath was, the effects of Nico
glad he
and
got
his
fired.
shenanigans will
Fuck
linger
Nico.
on long after his departure. The Mavericks have been one of the worst teams in the league this year, ranked 23rd on power rankings with a 5-14 record. Their best players sidelined indefinitely, and they
Speedy
are now,
recovery, Kyrie.
you ready for this? Gauging the market for an Anthony Davis trade. So not only
These dumbasses traded Luka to get 80 to get better on defense, supposedly. Just for not even a full year to go by with the Dallas Mavericks having 80, for them to now say the Mavericks will explore Anthony Davis in the trade market. So you trade away Luka to get 80 to get better on defense, just for you to trade 80. Like, oh my gosh, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy, man.
only did they cough up a generational talent in his early prime, but what they got in exchange has been so underwhelming that they're ready to blow it up after 14 games of Anthony Davis. The Mavericks
Only
went from the
14
finals
games.
to what looks like it's going to be a rebuild in just 18 months.
Y'all are
But
dumb.
on the bright side, the Mavericks organization said defense wins championships, and that's what they needed. And so far this season, they are ranked 3rd in the league on defense. So, there's that. Now, one of the
But they
biggest
still
surprises
ass.
so far has been this year's rookie
They ranked
class.
3rd in the league for defense, but somehow they're still ass. How does that work?
Coming out of the draft, it was Cooper Flagg who received all the hype, but it is his Duke teammate, Con
Free
Knipple, who
Kyrie.
has crashed the party and broken out as the early star of the 2025 draft class, averaging 19 and 6 a night.
Derek Queen, Fairs, Con, Cooper Flagg, Coward. Okay. Where Richard at, though? Where's my rookie of the year at? I want to see Richard. Where is Richard's stats at? Richard is the real rookie of the year. What are we doing here?
Flagg started out a bit slow, but is beginning to look every bit of the future cornerstone Dallas hoped he'd be. Meanwhile, the team that drafted rookie sensation Cedric Coward, my Blazers, decided to immediately trade him for, and I quote, Chinese Jokic. All of my wisecracks about other fan bases are really just internalized frustrations about my own team. At least Pelicans fans have something to smile about, with 2 rookies playing well while the rest of the franchise is lollygagging around them. And VJ Edgecombe has cooled off a bit after his very good impression of a young Michael Jordan in his first NBA game, but still looks to be a contender for Rookie of the Year this season. Now, here are the power rankings through Week 5, and the change in rankings from the preseason.
My Warriors 16? I mean, the way we've been playing, low-key, all right. All right. Wait, the Heat is number 11? The Heat's been playing good this season? The Heat number 1. I mean, not number 1, 11? I'm surprised about that. I haven't heard too much about the Heat. I didn't know they was playing good. Timberwolves 12. Yeah, you know what? I'll take 16. We above the Bucks. Bulls, Blazers, Clippers. I'll take it. Could have been worse.
Season. The Thunder and Nuggets sit comfortably at the top as the 2 best teams in the league, with the Rockets, Pistons, and Cavaliers trailing them as
Yes,
title
the East,
contenders.
top
The
5 team
Phoenix
in the
Suns
East right
have
now.
rocketed up the rankings from near the bottom of the NBA at 25 in the preseason, all the way up to 7th in the most recent power ranking. The Raptors' 8-game win streak jumped them up into the top 10, and the complete reinvention of the Heat's offense has propelled them up 10 spots in just the first month of the season. On the other end of the spectrum are the Clippers, who have fallen from the 6th spot all the way to 21, as the basketball world clings onto the hope that they will turn it around. The Grizzlies have fallen 6 spots as Ja Morant continues to be fine in the West. The Mavericks are still learning the value of Luka Doncic, and the Wizards, well, they're the Wizards. And finally, here are our criminally early NBA season awards, which I really shouldn't do, but I'm going to. No one can stop me. Based off of the first month of the season, here are the all-NBA teams so far. First team is Maxey, Luka, Giannis, Jokic, and Shea. Second team is Harden, Wemby, Steph, Cade, and Mitchell. And third team is Markkanen.
Steph's second team? Okay. Hey, I'll take that. I'll take Steph's second team. Steph definitely going to climb up to that first team, though. For sure. Let me see that third team, though.
Randall, Şengün, Jalen Johnson, and Jalen Duren. Tyrese Maxey, who's playing out of his mind early this season, could potentially join the 4 foreign horsemen
Johnson,
of the NBA
I like the
first
Johnson
team. If Wemby
pick.
can come back healthy and in time, he will make his
Duren deserves third team, chat. He been hooping like that for real. Randall, okay. Damn, Randall up in this bitch. Larry Markin, I've been seeing he been hooping. Okay.
NBA team, along with James Harden, who is spiritually and physically still in 2019. And third team features a handful of new faces in Şengün, Johnson,
Laurie
and
not
Duren.
making all
At the
NBA.
moment, the MVP is Nikola
crazy.
Jokic. The Rookie of the Year is somehow a 6'8" forward from Duke, not named Cooper Flag. The scoring leader is Luka Doncic, averaging over 35 points a night. And I don't care if he doesn't play another game this season, the Defensive Player of the Year is Victor Wembanyama. Now, for Most Improved Player, there's a handful of guys who have a case for this award up to this point. Jalen Duren, Jalen Johnson, Denny Advia, Keontae George, but I'm gonna give it to Ryan Rollins, who has tripled his production since
Former Golden State Warrior, Ryan Rollins. Of course, he leaves us, goes to the Bucks, and start turning up. Of course, that is the most Warriors thing to happen.
last season and has been balling out this season. And lastly, the best team through month 1 is easily the OKC Thunder. They are very...
Alright, I agree with that. Most improved. Yeah, Rollins been hooping. 5th Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, come on, bro. We know what 5th they're talking about. MVP. Honestly, Nikola Jokic could win MVP every single year if he wanted to. Bro is literally a walking triple-double. Like, if he really want to win MVP every year, they could really give him MVP every single year. Like, Nikola's Nikola. But how do y'all feel about this, though, chat?
Very casually dismantling teams. They have the 2nd best record in league history through the first month of the season.
Reed Shepard's most improved for real. Yo, I literally seen a stat where he dropped crazy numbers against my Warriors, and then other games he was ass as shit. Hell no.
And they aren't even healthy yet. This team is floating head and shoulders above the league, and as of right now, they are the easy favorites as champions this season.
Legacy
And that
5.
was everything that happened in month 1 of the NBA season in about 10 minutes. Hope you all enjoyed. And as always,
Alright, man. Hey.
until next time.
Comment down below how y'all feel about this video right here.